Hey guys, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home, and today I've got another 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray review to do for you. Sorry for the delay on this one. I've had a little backlog of videos, but I was finally able to get to this today. And we are talking about the new live-action Lion King 4K Ultra HD release from Disney. Thank you to Disney for sending this one my way. I'll be really excited to keep getting more Disney 4K releases, as they're some of the most controversial and some of the best looking 4K releases. So thanks to Disney for sending that over. Now, the Lion King controversy again about the live action movie. A lot of people who are purists didn't like it. A lot of people thought it was great, has great CGI, has great special effects, but maybe the emotions on the animals' faces aren't right. I heard all kinds of things about this, so I was really excited to jump in, check this one out, check out the 4K picture quality, the audio track, and also dive into a little bit on the special features and packaging. So if you like this sort of stuff, 4K reviews, Blu-ray, collecting, home theater, anything about movies and films at home, definitely subscribe to my channel. I think you'll appreciate all the content that I've been putting out lately. And thank you to all the new subscribers. We're just about to hit 18,000 as of this video, getting very close to that 20,000 mark, which is amazing. So thank you to everybody. Now, with the Lion King 4K, let's talk about the visuals. So the film was shot, according to IMDb, at 6.5K. And so that's a really high resolution. A lot of times I see 3.4K or 4K, sometimes up into the 5s. 6.5K, it's a very high resolution to shoot a film at. Now, the unfortunate part is, I shouldn't say unfortunate, it is what it is. There's a ton of CGI, obviously. Very heavy CGI. All the animals are CGI. And so it had to be finished at 2K. So this is not a real, true 4K transfer. But the up conversion from 2K 1080 to 4K disc, I thought was worth the upgrade to 4K because of the extra quality in the standard photography. The 6.5K, the up conversion of 4K, you can definitely see some more detail. The screens on, shots of landscapes and close-ups on animals' fur, even though that was rendered in CGI, the detail is definitely improved there. And so overall, the resolution was actually a really nice little uptick from the Blu-ray to the 4K. A lot of really fine details, especially when it comes to the CGI. Sometimes it could be a little soft around the edges, but most times that I saw, it was spot on, very accurate. I mean, truly incredible CGI. I remember watching the Jungle Book live action and being blown away. And the Lion King, the CGI here is just, 3 or 4 years better technology, and it's incredible to look at. So resolution-wise, I would say, yeah, even though it's an up conversion, because of the high resolution it was shot at, it is worth getting the 4K release. Now, another reason to upgrade to the 4K is, of course, the HDR. And on this release, I thought the HDR was very impressive. It really adds a ton to the landscapes and to certain scenes, anything in the jungle at night, even with the bright sun, all the different colors of the animals, even though a lot of them are kind of subtle, kind of yellows, you're thinking, lions, but look at like the baboons really pop, zebras in the opening scenes, that black and white color, that really pops. There's a lot here, and obviously the cover scene here, the color of this sunset is incredible in the HDR, so it's a definite noticeable uptick over the Blu-ray. That HDR is a huge improvement for this. It makes the CGI effects really pop. All the landscapes look great, and the darker scenes at night have that extra level of darkness, black level, just purity to those scenes. You're getting pure blacks that I love about HDR. And so overall, video on this is, I'd say, reference quality for a 2K upscale. I'm not going to say reference quality against any 4K Blu-ray because it's not real 4K. But if you want to talk about CGI heavy movies, this is the best of the Disney releases that I've seen so far. This beats any of the Marvel movies. This beats any of the other Star Wars movies or other Disney movies that I have reviewed on 4K. This is the best looking 4K presentation from Disney that I have personally seen. So high regards for the video here. Definitely recommend getting the 4K release. Now, another reason to get the 4K release, because As always, Disney is only putting the Dolby Atmos track on the 4K disc. If you buy the Blu-ray, you're getting a 7.1 DTS HD master audio. Again, very good track, but if you only buy the Blu-ray, you're not getting Atmos. Disney is locking their Atmos tracks to the 4K releases. And so if you want the best surround sound and you want that immersive object-based Atmos technology, you're only getting it by buying 4K. And so in some cases that has frustrated me because the 4K picture quality wasn't really worth it in my opinion. But in this case, the picture quality is worth it, and it's a no-brainer that if the picture quality is worth buying it for, then upgrading to the Dolby Atmos is also well worth your investment in 4K. This Dolby Atmos track is very well done, as most of Disney's are. There's a ton of surround effects, there's really good bass, and the height effects are excellent. I did think that the dialogue was a little weak at times and could be overpowered by some of the other effects, but you know, that's just a matter of the mix, and it didn't really detract from my experience. I ended up having to, I kind of turned the volume up a little bit, and that seemed to help, which is a little higher than my kind of reference setting that I use. So that was kind of interesting. It was almost too quiet, but overall the actual Atmos, the effects and the surrounds were incredible, and it has really, really good bass on the, you know, certain sequences where it's used. Think about like the Stampede, that had some really solid bass that shook the house. So the audio is great. Now for packaging, we got pretty standard stuff here. It's the Disney Ultimate Collector's Edition, so you're getting that artwork. Same artwork on the 4K as on the Blu-ray. Back of the case, got some nice stuff there. Opening the case up, same artwork here. And then you've got the Blu-ray disc and the 4K disc. Only the 4K disc, interestingly enough, has artwork, which is really nice artwork, but you know, same as what's on the case. And so it's a pretty standard Disney 4K release in terms of packaging. Now for special features, they're all on the Blu-ray. You get a Journey to the Lion King documentary, which is all behind the scenes with filmmakers and cast. More to be seen, where they talk about the musical moments. There's a Beyonce music video. There's a sing-along song selection, audio commentary with director Jon Favreau, and a few more smaller featurettes. So pretty standard stuff. The musical stuff was cool, and the behind the scenes, because the cast was so great. If you don't know, you got Donald Glover, Seth Rogen, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Billy Eichner, John Oliver, Beyonce, and James Earl Jones, of course, among many others. And so it's a great cast. So the behind the scenes stuff is cool. The way they looked at the CGI and the commentary with Jon Favreau is actually pretty interesting. He also did The Jungle Book. And so he's been really kind of diving into these live action Disney releases and has been doing a pretty good job with them, in my opinion. So overall here, you do have a very good 4K release, and it's really one of the first times I have been super impressed with Disney. Most of this stuff is 2K digital intermediates. It's all upscaled to 4K, and a lot of times I just can't justify upgrading or, you know, paying $30 for a new 4K release when you have a previously released Blu-ray. But in this case, where you know, Blu-ray and 4K were released at the same time, I would spend the extra $3 or $4 on the 4K. It is a better picture. You get the Dolby Atmos track, and I just like the presentation a whole lot with the HDR. So props to Disney on this one. They did a really nice job. Everything looks clean, sounds great. It's a good 4K release, and it's one of the best 2K up conversions I've seen in this format. So that's about it for this one. Thank you for watching. If you want to grab Lion King 4K, I will leave a link down in the description. If you purchase through that link, you know it helps support the channel. Also, remember to follow me on Instagram. Lots of you guys followed me on Instagram recently. I got a ton of new followers after I posted something on my YouTube page about my Instagram. So if you haven't followed me there, definitely go find me and say hi. I appreciate everybody who reaches out and says they like my videos, or they don't like my videos and have negative feedback. Either way, I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I always want to improve. And also remember to check out my merchandise. Long Live Physical Media is a really cool t-shirt for Christmas if anybody is a physical media fan in your family. And also remember to check out all my other Amazon links as well if you want to look at what's in my home theater. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and definitely leave me some comments of what you thought about Lion King 4K. I'm always interested to hear what you guys think. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Definitely grab Lion King 4K. It's well worth it. I think it's a great purchase. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll be back soon with more content.